G'day, it's Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlieleetham.locals.com. You can follow along there for free, or you can become a supporter to join in the conversation and start your own conversations. It costs $2 US per month to be a supporter. That ensures we aren't hit by spammers and trolls. It also allows me to keep creating content like this, like my podcast, like my tutorials, which I hope you're finding useful. Now, for your daily dose of business inspiration. Yesterday, I think it was, we spoke about knowing your target audience. Today, I want to talk about capturing your leads from any marketing that you're doing to your target audience. What do I mean by capturing leads? Well, let's go back a little bit in the basics of this. When you start a marketing campaign or when you start getting information out there, people are going to start coming to look at what you've got. Preferably, you're directing them to your website for that information, and I will do that in another episode as to why you want to direct them to a website and not necessarily just social media. But if you're not directing them to your website, you're directing them to social media or somewhere like that, and you've set up you've got to be able to set up a way to capture the lead that you've generated. Now, the lead is going to be a cold prospect at that point. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, so how many times have you gone looking for something, thinking, I need something to fix this problem, and how many times have you bought from the first click? You're going to think it's very low. What I mean by that is that most people, when they're out there looking for something to solve a problem they have, which is basically what you're offering them a solution to a problem, they're not ready to bite the bullet straight away. They'll come, they'll have a look, they may think, oh, that's interesting, I've got to remember that. And maybe they'll bookmark your site or your social media, or maybe they'll save the social media post, or maybe they'll type F in the comments to say they're following along so that they don't forget you. But 9 times out of 10, they'll just head on off to the next thing that they're looking at. Now, the next thing might be a competitor, it might be another offer, it might be that they've got to go and look at the kids' schedule for the schools to work out where they've got to be in the next couple of hours. They're not ready to buy just yet, are they? We need to make sure that we remind them that we're here, that our offer is here, and when they're ready to make that decision to buy, you've brought them through and taken them from what we call a very cold prospect to a client. I'm not going to go through the whole process. That's a whole discussion all on its own. But how do you do that? That's what I'm here to discuss today. How do you make sure that you can keep nurturing them and bringing them through and reminding them that you're there? You've got to capture that lead. The best way to capture a lead is to set up an email list. It's still, even here in 2024, it's still the best way to do it. And the way you do that is you put a little form on your site, on your social media that says, hey, do you want to keep up to date? Here is something that I'm offering you that has got value associated with it in return for your email address and your name. Then you can put them into any number of follow-up sequences, any number of marketing campaigns that just keeps them keeps them aware of that you're still out there, that you've still got this product, that you can still solve their problem. I'm not going into the mechanics of it. I've got heaps of podcasts coming up that are going to talk about that, and it's something that I'm actually really happy to do an in-depth session on if people want to do it. But do you have the ability to capture leads from your marketing campaigns that you're sending out? If you're doing online campaigns, are you doing them on social media? How do you know who's visited you on social media and wants to know more about what you're doing? If you have a website, do you have a lead capture process on your website so you can keep people who are coming to look at your stuff coming back to look at your stuff? If you're doing offline marketing, do you have a lead capture system there so that you can keep marketing to them once the offline campaign has gone away? Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are around this. This is a pretty high level conversation at the moment. Like I said, I don't want to get into the nitty gritties of it, but I do want you thinking about the fact that you need to be capturing leads, capturing people who are coming to look at your product and aren't ready to buy a product or service and aren't ready to buy today. Let me know your thoughts below. Come on over to Locals and join in the conversation. And if this is of interest to you and you want to know a little bit more, I'm happy to do a little bit more on it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all tomorrow for your daily dose of business inspiration.